Good morning. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, I'll wait. We're all waiting on you. Better click it.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified.
Hello. Oh, you're wobbling. Don't wobble. Have you been drinking? No, I don't feel good. You guys, I think because all of the flowery trees are now doing their thing. Like my entire soft palate, I woke up this morning and it's just swollen. I didn't get a chance to tell you guys I have a new fabulous little foible. I kept smelling cigarette smoke and cigarette smoke and cigarette smoke and cigarette. And I thought I brought something in from a thrift store or something like that that was covered in cigarette smoke, and I was smelling everything in my house. I couldn't find it. I could still smell everything else, but I'd be sitting there and all I smell is like somebody lit up in a bar right next to me. Smell. I have olfactory hallucinations, where I really am smelling cigarette smoke, but it's really not there. It's part of your allergies. Women over 40 usually, that's the demographic that experiences that. So I'm like, how long does that last? It could be up to a year. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta do something about that. So I have a raging migraine every day from the fact that I smell cigarette smoke. That doesn't exist. Today's a beautiful day. I can't wait till whoever's following me around quit smoking. Anyway, I have a bench in here. Oval bench I picked up. Vintage oval bench, had the wool needlework on the top. I painted it blue in anticipation of just putting the yellow and rose needlepoint back on there. And there was this dirty spot on the needlepoint, so I cleaned it. And then the yellow brightened up so much in that spot, I went, I gotta clean the whole thing, right? With those wool needlepoints like that, you run the risk of it shrinking or the dye bleeding really bad. So I was very careful with the dye, and I cleaned the whole thing, and then I stretched it to try and get it to not shrink too much. It still shrank too much. I knew it was a possibility. The needlework's in perfect condition. I will probably just frame it and sell it somewhere else because somebody took a lot of time with that and it was quite gorgeous. I am disappointed that it's not going to be on the bench though. So I was like, oh, it was a beautiful bench. I don't know what I'm going to put on there now. I honest to God have no clue what fabric I'm going to put on there. Toile again. I don't want to have 4 benches in the shop with the same toile on it. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no, I stretched it. I pulled it tight, trying to get it to not shrink. And it's almost half the size it was. It didn't care. It went, I haven't been washed since 1800s. I'm going to shrink. Anytime you get a little water on it, it's going to shrink. But I had to, because that spot was nasty, and cleaning it made that yellow just bright yellow. And I went, well, now it's really noticeable that there's a spot there. It was noticeable with the dirt, but the clean spot was now noticeable, and the whole thing looked dirty. So, I don't care. I get the back on this shelf finally. Oh, this is my new Purdy brush up there. I bought another half-handled Purdy brush. My favorite brushes. They're awesome. Pretty awesome brush. Anyway, I am not selling brushes, by the way. That was one thing that when I was doing chalk paint, I still have chalk paint, but I'm probably going to give some away in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. When I was selling chalk paint, not doing chalk paint, selling chalk paint, I never sold the brushes because I don't believe in special brushes. I do think there are good brushes and bad brushes. So the Purdy ones, that's a good brush. Good brush. They're slightly more expensive than like Ace Hardware's brushes. But Ace Hardware's brushes lose bristles constantly all over my projects. So I've bought them and then it's like, never again, Ace. Never again. So I like the ones that don't lose bristles and they're easy to clean. I can highly recommend them because they don't lose bristles. They last forever. I mean, seriously, the last one I'm replacing is only because I forgot to clean it for several days and it's hard as rock. It's not a lie. I am going to try something to get this to come back. But that was a Purdy brush too. And usually they just rust out on me. But this one I forgot. To clean it. And literally left it laying on the floor on a plastic and then went, ah! You're not cheap. Be smarter than me. Anyway, that's the only reason I had to buy a new one. Otherwise, these last forever. Forever. The shelf. I'm going to put the beadboard on it. I have to paint the beadboard green. Part of me wants to take that bloody bear off the top. So there's a bear cutout up there. And part of me wants to take him off and do something else up there. But I don't have the gumption. I literally don't feel good today. I need to get some work done, and my sinuses are completely plugged up and my head hurts, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it at all. So I think I'm just going to cut the boards, sand them, the beadboard for the back, cut them, sand them, and get them painted up so that I can attach them. I think I'm just going to attach them. I'm going to try and bring this back. I don't know. You might see me trying to bring this back. Nobody wants a shelf without a back on it. So it has to be done. But I want to paint them after I cut them. So I got to measure it. Measure it, cut it. Put it in a pocket. Still no pine beadboard, so it is cedar that I'm working with. So it should smell good in here in a minute. I just measured it. I'm gonna need 7 boards to cover the back of that. I have 6. It is only 42 inches high. So I can probably cut these in half and make it work. Because these are 8 feet. So if I cut them to 4 feet lengths, how much extra space will that give me? 6 extra inches. I can make it work. We can make it work. We're doing this. So let's cut these babies in half. All right, I cut the boards I need. So that leaves me with 2 8-foot lengths left and 8 boards at 4 feet that I have to get painted up. So I only need 7, but I'll double check it. I'm gonna do a dry fit on the back before I paint it, just to make sure how many boards I need to paint. I don't want to waste the paint either. What I know is, if I was doing that on a wall, I'd be really frustrated right now. Most of the beads break. Like you're trying to slot them together. On the shelf, it won't be that big of a deal because it's getting nailed into place anyway. But I'm gonna have to paint all of them. So. Doing it. Okay, I brought it outside and I'm going to use up some random paints that I have to base coat it because I don't have a lot of green left, and I don't want it to like soak in and be bad. So I have like tiny little bit of clear. This stuff, this Krylon Crystal Clear yellow is like crazy, so I'm going to use that. I've got an orange I'll never use. I don't even know where that came from. So I'm going to base coat these so that my paint doesn't soak in. I had enough of the yellow and clear to do all those boards. So I was able to get rid of that can. And then I hit it with green apple spray paint as like a primer coat to get in the cracks, because sometimes if you don't get the green in there, you'll see it when you put it together. But I've got the dark green ready to go once that dries. So I'm gonna go take a break and have some coffee. Still not breathing quite right. I don't feel good. So I'm gonna have some coffee again. Just relax for a minute. Hi guys. So I got detoured today by a phone call. I have a brand new Junkin Buddy. Margot. Margot. That's my brand new Junkin Buddy. She's 5 months old. And the people who were supposed to, I put an application in for her about a week ago, and there was another family in front of us, and they didn't show up today. So they called me, and I couldn't get over there fast enough, and I snatched her up. The Margot, we finally got a family dog. The cats don't love her yet. Well, she doesn't love them either. So they're getting used to each other. She's a Shepherd Lab mix, and I'm super excited. I would have 100 animals, but my husband would not. But he knew I had put an application in for Margot, and that she'd be coming home if we had an opportunity. And here she is. I'm so excited. She's beautiful. She's just a sweet little girl. Look at her. She came from an overrun shelter in Kentucky up to ARC shelter, which is a no-kill shelter, low-kill shelter, because there's no such thing as a no-kill shelter. But they never kill for space, just health reasons. And she came up here a couple weeks ago, and now she's with us. So she's chipped and vaccinated and spayed, and she's ready to be loved by our family, and Victoria couldn't be more happy. She's rushing her dad to get home today, which normally she doesn't want to leave the lake. So she's on her way home to meet Miss Margot. Thanks, Margot. You know your name, don't you? Say hi, YouTube. Say hi, YouTube.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more Junkin videos.